We're classy, no charades. Payroll baddies, ready to fire, get paid.
Payroll baddies, payroll baddies, payroll baddies. Woo! Welcome. Welcome everyone again to the Payroll Baddies podcast. Super excited to be here. I can't believe it's already half the year has gone by. Thank you to all of our listeners. Thank you to our new listeners who are joining in. We have a special podcast today for everybody. Just some housekeeping items. Just as a reminder, we are the Payroll Baddies. Our mission is to spread the joy of payroll and shine a light on all those people out there who are making sure you get paid. So make sure to thank those people. Send them a donut, send them a coffee because they're working super hard to make sure you get paid. And again, as another reminder, we are a bias podcast. We are all about SAP because, hate to say it, it is the best technology out there. If you don't like it, you know where you can go. So let's get started. Today, before I introduce our main guest, I do want to talk about some changes in the podcast. You can see that we're missing two important people, Sunny and Gio. They decided they had something better to do than the Payroll Bodies podcast. I mean, you can send them a little message on LinkedIn or something saying, there's nothing more important than this. But I'm really, really excited to introduce Shazad.
Hair was looking off. I thought his hair was looking off a little bit.
But I'm really, really excited to say Shazad, who has been on the podcast before, and, he's a fan favorite, is actually part of now the full Payroll Baddie experience. Yep. He is going to be on our podcast whenever he can to help us answer his questions, right? Because we're tired of Jesse giving us bullshit answers. We need somebody who actually knows the stuff, and that's Shazad. So really excited about that. But now it is time. Let us give our guests the introduction that we give to all of our Payroll Baddies. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the SAP corner, the new leader of SAP SuccessFactors, driving AI, the autonomous HCM, turning technical mumbo jumbo into actual customer outcomes. And from sources that I will not name, but he goes by the name Aman. Maybe he's also the undisputed leader of a secret club that you can ask him about when you meet Siva in person. So Payroll Baddies, make some noise for Siva Sundaresan. Yay! Siva, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. We have so much to talk about. We would love to get to know you a little bit better, the audience would. So please tell us about you.
Hey, thanks for having me. This is one of the coveted one. I've been waiting for 4 years. Finally, I got invited. Right? Lucky me. Thank you, guys.
Just so clear, we did invite you before your role, right? We wanted
I know. But still, it took 4 years just so that you are clear, right? Let's be very clear on these things. Huh? But anyway, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Look, I love my outfit, like the gold chain. I like this more importantly, guys. So definitely amazing. So thank you all to have me here. So how did I land in HCM, right? That's an interesting question. All along, I've been working on enterprise software. That's ever since I left my college, long time, been working on enterprise. And Meg Bear, we used to work together, and suddenly she said, hey, why don't you come and help me to make SuccessFactors better? I said, okay, what a wonderful opportunity. So that's how I came. Till that time, I'll be very candid. I've used it as a manager, HCM. I used it as an employee, but that's my experience. Have I done compensation planning? Yes. Have I done bonus, stock options, employee benefits, all of that? As a user, as a manager, not as an administrator or anything. So now I've gone through many roles, so that's good. But now we are trying to fix the problem, build the problem. That's a very different animal, right? Now you get to know different roles. But 4.5 years at SAP. And before this, I had an AI company, right? But that AI company was not in the HCM space, but it was just before all this generative AI, OpenAI came, ChatGPT came, but we were doing a lot more machine learning, right? And we were building Like if you are a sales guy who will love my app, which is very simple. If you tell me what your quota is and what your territories are and accounts, we will tell you which accounts to sell, which product to sell to which account, and in what sequence and how much it takes to make that. Right?
That's awesome.
So that's the idea. It works with Salesforce. So we had an AI company. So I was excited when all this AI journey started, like, because that's my in thing. I really believe in AI Kool-Aid and I drink a lot. And actually, this is a great opportunity for all our customers, all the right thing. It is one of the biggest technology shift we are seeing. And I think it is going to make everybody's life easier. I know there is a lot of concern also. I look at it as a positive way, which is it is going to bring so much positive improvement to everything we do, what we hate, and then you are going to love it. I want to do more of payroll. Like, can I do daily payroll? Can I do, right? So I think there is an opportunity here to use AI in the right way and then transform every business. So I'm super excited, and let's talk about it more. And I'm happy to share more whatever we are doing and we are planning to do. Let's get into it.
So before we go off script, one question. And I have to bring Elon Musk into this conversation because he's one of our podcast competitors. He's one of our primary competitors, Elon Musk. Elon Musk has this very bleak vision of AI. AI is going to come and robots will come. It'll disrupt everything. People will be out of job. Siva, your perspective is a lot more optimistic. In at least in the midterm, 5 to 10 years, do you see a lot of optimism in the market? Do you feel that a lot of positivity, a lot of productivity is going to be coming in?
Yes, honestly, I believe in the more some things gets better, the more people will consume. I think a lot of people would have heard Javan's principle. It's very simple. If something makes it easier to do something, I will consume more. But will it disrupt something? Absolutely, it will disrupt. Like, I think the best example is automobiles. Did automobile disrupt buggies and horse carriages and whatnot? Absolutely, yes. But think about how many trips do we do? How many cars do we sell?
100%.
And the reason is not because it is expensive, not because anything. It makes it convenient to go from point A to point B, right? And the whole logistic industry, the whole thing. So the AI is going to be the one which makes that possible. Now, we will make it easier. Think about the phone, how much we use today. Now, we cannot leave the phone out. Does it change the camera? Yes. Did it change the navigation, tom-toms and everything? Yes. But tell me one individual who doesn't have a phone.
Right.
And that's the same thing which will happen to AI, right? Like today, a lot of people use AI. Like the way when you take a photograph in any device, AI is applied. When you navigate using Waze or Google, AI is applied, right? We use AI without realizing how much AI we use. Only thing is it has not come to the enterprise space. The more we use it, I'm telling you, you will use more AI, including your desktop. So I am more of it is going to be positive for the humanity, but there will be disruptions. And that adjustment is what we have to go through. And the people who got impacted with that and the change management is difficult. Right? Yeah. Because we are used to building enterprise software one way, consuming it in one way, and change is the difficult part. But it will bring amazing amount of change in a beautiful way for everyone.
I'm so excited. Again, I was thinking in my head to Imran, because Imran probably knows what I'm thinking right now. It's just like, it is so refreshing to hear somebody talk like that, because, again, Shahzad mentioned it. There is so much negativity about AI. And I get it, right? I mean, we were at the Payroll Congress where there was a lot of payroll, really the actual baddies out there who are actually doing the work. And there is some unknown, like there's a lot of unknown happening, and they're scared about it, right? And that's rightful, like that should be right. But the reality is, if they can hear what you just said and people talk more like that, they need to, it's going to make their life easier. It's not going to replace their jobs. It could change their jobs for sure, but probably for the better, right? And I think just you saying that message, I mean, that was just fantastic. And that's exactly what I think our audience needs to hear.
Yeah, I'll give a good example in engineering, right? When I asked the teams to uptake AI, I said, take the worst pain you have and then try to apply AI, because anyway, you hate doing it. And exactly. Can AI make it better? And that's how they started getting used to it, right? Like take the worst pain, which you really don't want to do it because It's mundane and it is repetitive. It's not where the intellectual capacity of individual is used. And that's one of the things where AI can not just automate, can make it easier. So there is opportunities like that throughout enterprise software and throughout the business process every company is going through.
Cool. Let's get started. Jesse?
Yeah, no, Shiva, I didn't realize that you had that background in AI prior to SAP. And so like this is a super passionate topic for you, it seems. So some of us had the pleasure of attending SAP Sapphire this year. Some of us, Raj, Imran, Daddy,
Hey,
I think.
we were at another competing conference for the payroll, but I'm sad that we missed it. We heard all the fun and all the cool stuff that came out of it. So.
I was in Dubai. I was doing journalism on the war. I mean, I was
before the war. That's the key part. Before the war.
On the war.
Yes,
before the war.
I'll give you a pass, Shazad, but the rest of you do better. But
we're just winning contests. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
Second place, my friends. Second place.
Still a win. It's still a win. Let's continue.
We came in first place last year. I didn't attend this year, and you guys went in second place, but that's okay. That's okay. No, so Shiva, we talked a lot about the autonomous HCM at Sapphire, right? And I think there's a lot of buzzwords in the market right now when it comes to AI. So, just how do you define autonomous HR processes, and where do you draw the line between AI assisting work and AI actually owning the work?
It's a great question. Very simple way to think about it is, today, enterprises are doing a lot of business process in a very prescribed and prescriptive way, and where it is everything has coded. And there is not many intelligence. The intelligence is with the people, right? People who are doing it or people who have built this knowledge base for a period of time. The second part of it is when company want to optimize something, they always offshore that work. Let's create a shared services center, and then they do this cost arbitrage, right? Instead of doing it in a high cost, let's do it in a low cost, as if they solve the problem. Just they shifted the problem to some low cost. The problem always existed. So what autonomous HCM does it is, let's take a couple of examples. In this case, let's say payroll. What normally when you go through the payroll process every week, you have to get paid. You are trying to go through, is the data came through, all the timesheet came through, all the approvals comes through, there are exceptions to it, how do we manage the exception? And more importantly, many of them are false positives, right? How do you go through all that? Because look, my wife works in an IT company, a small company, I should not say IT, it's an electrical company in the IT. And she's running payroll, right? And one of the response, she runs all of apps, and one of them is a payroll. And being a union shop, they are always worried about making the payroll every Friday and every quarter end, every year end, because there is liability, there is union fines and things like that. So I have lived through it, and every Friday it is always, and then we never had a vacation during year end because of this particular problem, right?
I can relate to
so,
that.
Or they go on a vacation, she's always working, and like she's working in the nighttime and then daytime. So I've lived through it. What we are trying to do is in autonomous is take the pain out, because always shift left, as we say. If the data is not coming through, why can't the fidelity of the data from the timesheet be better? Why is not the employee data better? And why can't we fix it in the system? Why can't we automatically process that exception and figure out what is going on rather than manually typing it, figuring out which system it is coming from, all those things? If I take that process out, if I can guarantee a payroll administrator, hey, 95% of the things you are doing, we will automate, and I'll call you when there is an exception. And the way we are trying to do it is learning. It is not just doing it. It is learning from your behavior. Let's say the first 10 times you handle that exception in a particular way. Hey, this can be dismissed. This can be dismissed. The 11th time or the 20th time, it is going to ask you, hey, can I do it automatically last 20 times? At some point say, yeah, this is a pain. Let's automatically do it. It learns. So it's nothing like it is overriding you. It is assisting you and learning from you from what you are trying to do. In that process, it is also cleaning up the data to be high fidelity, right? Not only it is doing it automatically, it is not just creating this error and dismissing it. It is trying to fix the data, or it is trying to help you figure out what is the root cause, be it a rule you have to create, be it the source system we have to integrate better, or be it how it is. So if you take that type of example, and then let me give one more example on learning. We, as a company, we are a large company, global company. We have to always comply with a lot of ethics rules and IT compliance, all those things. Normally, a success rate looks like about 97% completion, because there is always people who are on maternity leave or long-term absence, whatnot, vacation, whatnot. So let's say we take a goal. I want every one of the company people have to learn about autonomous enterprise, and it has to be done by, let's say, August. You roll it out and then say, here is the outcome I want. All employees must do outcome by August 30th. You give a course, you do this. It figures out a planning and figures out who needs to take, when to send the reminder, and it makes sure it is 95. Let's say Shazad is so good, he's on vacation in Dubai, he misses it. Does it send an email does it send an email, follows by SMS, and then every 2 minutes on WhatsApp, hey, are you there yet? Are you going to done? So by knowing each person's pattern, and let's say, Jesse, you will always finish it, but you are going to finish it always on the last day. Right? And let's say Imran always finishes 1 week. Knowing that pattern, you know how to bother. Because today, a lot of the systems, it will send you the same email repeatedly. Then the guy who finished it feels annoyed, and the person who didn't finish it feel like they are not getting the right reminder. So this intelligence is missing. It's a brute force method. So what we are trying to bring is learn from the behavior, how autonomous. So I'm taking example like that, employee experience. So the idea is learn from the outcome we want, the intent you need to achieve, what is the context. One of the best advantages HCM or SuccessFactors has is the context. 50 years of building enterprise knowledge. And so much knowledge about EC, time, payroll, benefits, compliance, 360-degree forms, performance, talent, skills. You take all that context along with ERP, nobody can match that with the business rules, everything we have, correct? Then comes what I talked about, learning. Then how do I explain to the user? If you put together all of this, explainability, and what are we good at? Compliance, auditability, looking with EUDP, everything. If you put all of that, autonomous HCM is going to make your life so much easier of what your process is. And in that process, it also tells you with Signavio and other things, how to improve that process so that you can be better efficient. So that's how we look at autonomous HCM. Hopefully those two examples are good examples of how we are thinking to make it better.
Yeah, for sure. That's great. And you know what? I love the energy that you have. It's actually the same energy that you had at the SAP HR Connect event, which I think was in like April earlier this year. So that's like when we heard Shiva presenting there. I remember, the four of us were there, Raj, Todd, Jesse, and I, and we were like, we got to get him on the podcast. And so, like I said earlier, before you got the new job, we wanted to hear it from you as like the head of engineer, because like how you're using it, what your point of view in it is. And so I know at that event, you were kind of talking about like how it's such an exciting time for SAP. And look, if we're honest, a couple of years ago, you rewind 5 years ago, SAP wasn't delivering a ton of innovation. But now when you look at it, that has completely changed. I think I remember you saying like, it's hard to even keep up with like the innovation and getting that message out there. Can you tell us a little bit about that, and also like how you all might be leveraging AI to make your internal processes more efficiently so you can deliver these things for the customer, like autonomous HCM and autonomous payroll?
It's a great question. Look, we are one of the early adopters of AI. As you know, within SAP, we are the first one to roll out Joule, first one to roll out generative AI within our products. We have the largest user base in the AI area. So we have been always leaning in. And this is not just in the AI area. If you look at recent past, we did people intelligence, we rolled out the ESM, the SAP SuccessFactors, a WalkMe capability. Now we announced the workforce planning. So the amount of innovation we are able to do is also changing because we've changed a lot of the process. Now with AI, we are using a lot more cloud to build our code. In fact, we have reached more than 50% of the code in the last 3 to 5 months we have checked in. When we looked at it, a lot of them are AI generated code with our team. Code review is other process because we don't want to just check in the code, because code review is very important. and we are trying to learn, is it writing the right code? How do we do the prompt? Everything. Anyway, that capacity increase is improving a lot of things on what we can innovate, right? As we are just now talked about it, this agent development and the way we are building assistant, right? We are moving now to AI native, right? So one of the things people talk about it is, hey, you guys are system of records, right? Everybody thinks, oh, we will use it as a system of record. AI is another company. We are good at both. We are known for the system of record. We are proud to say that we own the system of record, right? There is nothing to be ashamed, but we are also AI native capabilities and company. Every new capability we are building, it is built as AI native first with the principles I talked about, right? Where it is context, it is outcome, it is intent, ability to learn, auditability, right? And the trust, right? It's very important. So we are building in such a great way, like we are AI native. But a lot of companies saying we are AI native without, they always assume somebody's system of record, right? Whereas we use our system of record and then give an AI native experience to our customers where we are innovative. So that velocity, when you talk about how we are adopting it, we are doing both. We adopt AI to deliver modern capabilities at a faster pace. The most important thing is we are not doing for the sake of doing it. It is at the end of the day to serve our 10,000 customers in the best way so that they can transform their business. So we adopt AI. I think we are excited, and I think customers are going to love it as they see more autonomous AI capabilities coming from us and then live the autonomous enterprise, because we are here, because every customer is asking, hey, how can we help us? And we are here to help us, and we are moving as fast as we can to meet their needs.
Yeah. So basically, Shiva, that system of record thing that you've said, us being the largest system of record and the longest running system of record is kind of the superpower that we have, that while pairing with AI, nobody can deliver the context and orchestration that we can do. That's
Absolutely.
like hands down.
Yep. And
So-
again, master data management comes up as it does in every episode. I love it.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. The context is the king here, right?
Yeah.
I think that data and then system of record, and ultimately people want to trust that we know what is happening, and that matters a lot. This is not either or. I think that is the rock foundation on which we are building, and we are proud to have that foundation.
This is already my favorite episode because, again, it's so funny. Literally before this episode, part to get ready for this episode, one of the things I was telling Imran and the team about was that same Chicago event, Shiva. Believe it or not, this is so crazy. When you gave your presentation about the agents coming in and everything else, we had clients there, right, from ourselves who are, they looked at all of SuccessFactors. They are going on the Employee Central journey, but they were still, they wanted to do global payroll, and they were still thinking, oh, maybe we should go with somebody else and things like that for, one or other reasons, whatever it is. And they were not even going to potentially consider SAP for one or other reasons. When they heard your message, when they heard what is coming and the idea about the context and everything that's going to be available there, and why it's so important for them to have HR and payroll on the same stack, now even more because of all the agents coming along that will help them do that, because it's a message we have been trying to preach a lot. It's like, look, especially if you're an SAP customer, it makes zero sense for you to be on any other payroll technology, period. Like we say that out loud. And again, SAP payroll is one of the, the most powerful engine out there, on top of that. But especially now in this time, now with AI, with everything that SAP and your team, Shiva, are working on and they're building, and it's you can see it, right? It's what you gave your talk on. Here's what are all the agents coming? Well, a lot of them are first the payroll agents, but there's other coming, and it's to take away those monotonous tasks and everything else you have to do so you can get the best outcome. And I kid you not, that client after that hearing, literally, we're in the process right now where like SAP is probably their only choice, and they got that from just that one that session.
And
So that's what we want. we want this message to be spread further so that other clients, SAP clients, but non-SAP clients, they can all hear that, is why it's so important, right? To be on the same stack and have a partner like SAP who understands AI, because AI is going to be a big part of the new technology coming out. So I just wanted to give you kudos there, Shiva, on why, so that is the energy I think we need, and I think that's what people need to hear. So
thank you for calling it out. But that event was even before Sapphire announcements.
Yes,
right.
In Sapphire, we announced even more capabilities, both functionally, technically, right, workforce upskilling. We announced workforce planning and other capabilities. I think this space is changing or innovating. And I absolutely like what you said. We are committed to this payroll area. We are continuing to innovate both with technology and functionality. We will serve our customer better. We want to be a leader in this space so that a customer can always come to SAP to have a full service from us.
And I've just learned
exciting
something.
things we are working on it.
And I've just learned something. With payroll, Shiva, it seems you don't even have a choice. You have to go back home. It seems.
Yeah.
And your better half is in payroll. So, I mean, you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Now I know if I have to go ask for budget for payroll to deliver more and more innovation, where do I go? So there's some learning coming out of this podcast.
I love it. Well, I know we're talking about payroll. One of the things our customers sometimes or our listeners sometimes are super interested in, what's going on with benefits. That's another area that our listeners and some of the clients we talk to, because to us sometimes payroll and benefits go hand in hand, especially in the mid-market, right? Mm-hmm. So is there
important context?
Anything you would want to share?
Look, this is another area we are investing heavily. Some customers may know it or not, but maybe this is a new message coming out in this podcast. Definitely, look, for us, payroll is very important, and many of our US customers are very, very keen on having benefits, correct? And we are continuing to invest in the area. So ultimately, if you look at it, you have to have core HCM through our Employee Central, right? Then you have to have time. You have to have payroll. And without benefits, it's not complete, right? So you have to complete it. You have to have all four to be very good in this market. And we are investing, and you will see some potential announcement at SAP Connect or Success Connect. By the way, we got the Success Connect brand back. We will be calling it at Success Connect.
Love it.
Yes.
So that's another one.
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
that's
That is, oh my God. We actually made one of our podcasts was talking about how we did not enjoy that and we liked Success Connect. So I'm so happy to hear that.
I think I have to give kudos to Lara for that.
Yeah.
Lara Albert, who is our marketing head, for fighting it, because that's our biggest brand. But anyway, look, back to benefits. I think that is very important. And see, I can get excited on both sides at the same time. No, the benefits is really, really important for us, especially in the US market, right? 3/4 of the HCM market is in US, correct? And this market, if you have to compete and you have to serve our customers and they need to be successful, and then not just that, for them to take advantage of serving their employees the best way, the fastest way, the ideal way, I think you need all of this from a one vendor, and then which is highly integrated, which can leverage it. Again, context is the moat here. Yep. Correct? The more you have a context, we can serve our employees better, we can serve our customers better. So this is a complete the picture story. Yes, we are working on it, and we will continue to make investment both on the mid-market payroll and mid-market benefits.
I mean, and just to know, we have thousands of customers using global benefits already. It's very popular with, tucked into EC. This is really good news for US customers that have that complex processing that happens in the US. So that's awesome. Hey, listen, we have a section of every podcast where we kind of try to stir the pot a little bit. We call it Poke the Bear. And I get to deliver it because I don't know, maybe my peers are trying to get me fired or something, but this time I think since we have you and you're leading the army, we maybe should do a myth buster. Like I was thinking, is there a message in the marketplace that bugs you, that frustrates you, that you wish that whoever's spreading this myth could see what you're doing and what we're delivering to our customer?
Yeah, the biggest myth is that SAP SuccessFactor or SAP is only system of record, right? I think I kind of briefly said it in the previous conversation. I think it is a pure myth. I think it is more of people branding it. You can only do this way because of that. Look, we have the largest customer base on the planet. We process trillions of record. A lot of the economies run on our software in terms of logistics, supply chain, whatnot, finance. So we do own that. And in HCM, same true. Large customer base, global customers, who's who, all that. But they always think it's a system of record AI, you have to go out. You don't have to go out. As I said earlier, when we just talked about benefits, right? It is built as AI native, right? The payroll for mid-market, we are building as AI native. But does it need a system of record? Of course it needs a system of record. You have to store the data. You have to provide auditability for 7 years, 10 years, right? You do need to store it because you start to do it. So I think the first myth I want to really break down is that SAP is not the AI company, right? It is more of a system of record. That's not true at all in any shape, form, and I can attest to it. Come to Success Connect, you have not. And to prove the point, we are launching this, what we announced at Sapphire, we are now making it available to early access customers. So our customers are seeing it now, right? The EAC process has started. And one of the things we have introduced is to say that in Joule, something called agentic thinking, right? The Joule itself has been tremendously improved, right? In this agentic thinking mode, right? Any questions you can ask, it'll answer it. So we are tremendously investing on it. We are a AI native company, but as I said, I'm equally proud to say we are also the best system of record company. You need both. It's not either or. Build on that domain, build on that knowledge. But we are building a lot of capabilities to be a lot more meet the customer where they are, where they want to be, which is the AI native. So I would say that is the biggest one, I would say. The second one, which creates a lot of challenge for me, is, oh, your UI is still dated. I think that's the other one which annoys me, is that because was it true a few years back? Absolutely, I wouldn't deny that. Right? When I joined the company, if you said that, like, which is 5 years back, I would have agreed with you. But that's not true anymore, right? And then when people bring it, it's more of, they just want to rile you up, right? Yeah. And then sometimes it riles me up. I'm like, okay, tell me what UI. And what we find out is, I don't want any customer to take offense, they have not uptaken it because we are so generous with our customers. Hey, you take 2 years to roll it out. Yeah. And then that type of bandwidth we give them, the customer, to do change management, it comes back and haunts you.
Yep.
Yep.
Right? Whereas some other vendors say, you shall take it tomorrow. Or do you have option? And here is the funny part. They are cloud native. We are not. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
If you don't have a system of record, you are AI native. If you force a customer, you are cloud native. If you give choice to a customer, you are not cloud native. You see what I'm saying? These are all the things. We are very customer friendly, customer focused. We are trying to understand this large enterprise. So those are all the two things which annoys me, even though some truth in the past is correct.
Yep. Great.
On the UI, Shiva, you are right. And I think at some point in time, there are times when I think to myself, like, I'd love to take some of our main competitors and put the UI side by side and ask a customer, okay, so what's the problem now?
Right.
I mean, it's been 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, that was true. But I have seen, and Imran, I think we've had this conversation, one of our competitors delivered a new employee profile after 2 years of ours, and it looks exactly like ours. Yeah. I'm like, are you guys literally copy pasting or what?
I know people profile, and I did a post on LinkedIn responding to some guy. Like, some guy was like, "Look how beautiful this looks."
And you're like, you've been doing this for 2 years.
It looks like a ripoff of SuccessFactors.
Now we're poking the bear. Now we're poking the bear.
Now we're poking the bear.
It's like it's a Tesla fanboy thing, right? Where you cannot say anything about it. It's like if they do it, it's amazing. If you do it, you're
No, but
not.
but that's exactly what we're changing. We SAP needs fanboys, and that's what we are over here because it's the truth, right? There's so much misnomer about things. I'm glad you're calling that out because again, Imran does a lot of LinkedIn posts about that, which is great. It's just not true. Like what some of these things are.
So I do have one question. I think your answers in the like episode answer this already, but I promised some other people that I would ask this question when they found out you were coming on the podcast. So look, anytime there's a new leadership change at SAP, people get a little bit scared. They get concerned. And look, I'll be honest with you, Dan, people liked him. He had a great energy. But I think the other thing that he really did is he put a focus on the core products, right? EC, of course, payroll, time, benefits. So a lot of people, like the chats between partners and confidants and others, a lot of the chats were kind of blowing up and saying, okay, well, Shiva's in. What's his point of view going to look like? And, is he going to go back to like deprioritizing the core? So can you maybe just speak to that for our listeners and maybe reaffirm that payroll and core is important or not?
It is so important for us, right? First, let me, again, this is another myth busting we have to do. Guys, look, a lot of customers come to SAP for the core, right?
Yes.
It is the core HR, which is our EC, Employee Central, and then the payroll, time, and benefits. I think this is our thing. In fact, we are doubling down on this, right? To serve our customer in a better way and through autonomous HCM. So it's going to even get better. Not only we are committing to it, we are going to make it even better with AI native capabilities and whatnot. So I don't want anybody to worry about it. First of all, this does not mean, I equally say that, this does not mean we are not doing the other stuff. Right? We are focused on skills-based work intelligence, and we are trying to make sure we can upskill our employees better. We can learn better. We can give opportunities to them. We can do all of that, right? So this does not mean we will not do the other stuff, because in the world when it is changing, you need to know what employees, agencies they have. How do we make them take new capabilities? How do we upskill them? How do we deploy them better? How do we companies change it? So all of this, like a suite, we are a suite player, right? And with smart recruiters, we are even better, right? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. We are the suite player and we want to complete it. And we want to complete both at best of breed as well as a suite with core and connected to S4. Again, I don't want to miss that. We are not within SuccessFactors. We are going to do with S4. So, no, it is a core area and we are continuing to invest. What was the strategy for the last 2 years? We are going to double down on that in certain area. There will be refinements. I will say that, but it is for the better and it will be more towards AI, right? And then it is in that similar area. So I hope I address both. It is not either or.
You did. That's
Imran,
perfect.
you can basically give feedback to Confidant as well. Shiva doesn't have a choice. I'm going to continue to annoy him. Core time payroll. He knows he's not going anywhere. I am after him. We'll make sure that we will deliver on all of our promises.
You heard it here first.
And Shiva is already committed. In the last 3 weeks, we've had a lot of conversations.
And I will attest to it. I will attest to it. He's the most annoying character, but I love it.
I'll take that.
You haven't spent enough time with Jesse then. So.
Wow.
So speaking of that, Jesse, would you like us to take us to the next round?
Subject. How about that? Thanks, Raj. Wish I had a button to mute him or just like exit him from this space, or sometimes my life like get out of my face, Raj. But Shiva, let's talk off the clock. So obviously you're passionate for AI when you're not dreaming, thinking, all things AI and success factors. I have it on good accord from our events that you're a really good dancer. What do you do in your off time? What are your hobbies? are you practicing the worm, the sprinkler? Like, what are your hobbies? Let's
So
tell
the
people.
dance was the moment weakness that when I saw the Bhangra, that was the perfect entry, but that was amazing.
Yeah.
I feel good about it. Look, I'm a workaholic. Let me say that. Always on, always working. But beyond that, I love watching movies, right? Really, like one of the unique capability. My wife always wonders, by the way, Viji, always wonders, how can I watch the same movie again and again as if I'm watching for the first time,
Like, which
right?
one?
Like I can watch Gladiator so many times. I can watch Lord of the Rings so many times, Godfather, you name it, any movie, it's on, right?
Have you seen
And I
Odyssey yet?
can watch it literally as if I'm seeing the same time. And she will say, didn't you watch it just now? I'm like, I love it, right?
I love
So
it.
one way you can think of it as a background noise. And by the way, I keep learning it. And the other way to say it is maybe I'm not paying attention. I am workaholic. I'm working. That's the second point. I love travel, right? Like seriously, I think I enjoy travel. I got the bug from my father, as well as my wife's dad was a pilot. So my wife has visited more countries you can think of with free tickets and whatnot. So we love travel as a family. So that is the other area we enjoy. Look, it's not like we love travel for the sake of photos. It's like we really enjoy it. And the minute we finish one vacation, my wife and kids start planning the next one. Right? So
Hey,
they
Shiva.
decide where I go, but they do it, all of it. So that's the other one, travel, hiking. So when we go there, we more of hike, meander and things like that. So it's not like, again, a lot of those things. So we love hiking. Wherever we go, we end up hiking. Correct?
What did your dad do that got you guys into travel?
See, he was a doctor, but the thing is, he loves to travel. So in India, where I grew up, the government gives you something called leave travel allowance, right? So LTC, I don't know what is the last C stands for. So the government, you can go on the train anywhere in India for free.
Oh, that is so cool.
Oh, wow.
For free. And it is all first class travel. Of course, this is a long time back. So my dad says, okay, take the farthest place you can go and let's go explore. And by the way, India, as you know, there are many languages, right? And luckily my dad spoke Hindi. So like we somehow managed it, but never bothered us. So somehow that experience of, okay, go anywhere, don't worry about language, don't worry about food, and then you figure it out, right? I think I had a lot of great memories in those. And as I said, my wife also traveled equally. So now we are doing the same with the kids. So definitely hiking, travel, movies, those are all the things which keeps me a little bit relaxed. But at the same time, I enjoy the work. Honestly, the reason is it's always new things coming, right? I went through the cloud, I went through the internet, I went through now AI. There is always something to learn. And I love learning. See, also I started my career in supply chain. Then I did finance. Then I did projects. Then CX, now HCM. Somehow I've learned the domain. So and then people and whatnot, right? So it's like there is always something to learn, something to play around, but that's the fun part of it. So the reason I bring work is the learning part is also for me the fun part. So that's why I bring it up.
I love that. I always say when we stop learning, we stop growing. So you seem like the ultimate learner.
Maybe Shiva, what is your favorite food? I'm really curious. What's your favorite type of cuisine?
Favorite type of cuisine? I would say it is Indian food. I have to be honest. I'm from India. I love Indian food. But within that, I have certain specialities which are hard to come by. So that's the one. And luckily, there is a restaurant which got opened very close to my place now, which serves the food I like. So that is, my kid is so good. She said, Dad, did you buy a stock in that company? Because I started frequenting that restaurant so much. So they will make fun of it. But yeah, it's Indian cuisine, followed by, I love Mexican cuisine.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome.
Right?
You're not too different from Todd. Todd loves Indian food. And of course,
Mexican food.
When you guys took me to Toronto, and that was
that was so good.
I never ate so much goat in my life.
Yeah,
Shiva, we took him to a desi place, and we had this, it's like the big naan and everything, and he was like, "What the hell is this?" And then he ate like
Yeah,
All of it.
all of it. It's awesome.
See, we went to Potsdam a few weeks back, and me, Aaron Baumik, and Pankaj, and Anil Ranka, we four of us, like we drove all the way to Berlin to have good food and came back. One day we went to Thai, next day we went for Indian food, third day we went for a different food.
awesome.
So it's like food is something, it's a fuel. Like I love good food. So definitely enjoy different cuisine, Thai. So I think it's a lot of opportunities there. So good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shiva. I mean, again, first of all, thank you for your time. This was, again, truly an enjoying, session to learn about you and about, all the new stuff coming in SAP and SuccessFactors and just your feelings about AI. It was great. But maybe Jesse, you can close us out.
Yeah, I mean, you teased us with a little bit, but the idea, I get very excited about Success Connect. And so love that is being called Success Connect again. And you mentioned benefits is a piece of that. Is there anything else that we can look forward to? Any other teasers that you can share and our listeners can get excited about?
I think I've had enough benefits I talked about already. I think we have to hold something for
Yes. Okay, so
Success
just
Connect,
book the
SAP
ticket.
Connect. I think today we had enough, right? And as you can say, Shazad is already working on some cool things. So I think
he's over there like, Shiva,
So
stop.
maybe we can share Success Connect happening in October. Everybody should, make sure they're booking their tickets. I believe it's the 5th through the 7th of October. We will double check. We'll put it in our LinkedIn post for sure. Shiva?
we will have both the brands, SAP Connect and Success Connect, because the reason now we are doing it is as a suite, we are trying to bring all the LOBs together, all those things. So both will be there. But really, guys, thank you very much. I enjoyed the conversation, the banter and whatnot. Thanks for asking a lot of questions. And we will always share, and we are here to serve the customers, the confidence. We are here to serve you guys. I think we listen to you, your feedback, keep it coming, and we are trying to make it better for all of you here. The customers, the partners,
heard it here, guys.
and
Thank
everybody.
you, Shiva. Thank you for
Congrats,
everything.
Joule.
Thank you to our listeners.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great.
All right, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Work they calling y'all rock stars, ain't that cute? Day Force, UKG, y'all still in pursuit. But we baddies in the game, bringing more to the loop. Yo, baddies bring the clarity, got clarity in sight. We bring in payroll tech, making it right, spreading the word. From S4 to the cloud, Daddy's got the vision, making payroll proud. SAP Payroll is king, we wearing the crown. Those companies starting with P, y'all know the name. Trying to keep up, but it's not the same. Tech on lock, we automating the flow. No more headaches, we let that payroll glow. Innovating daily, got the future on deck. Payroll baddies, running it, showing respect. So all the payroll baddies, you know who you are. Join the cause, let's take it far. All you baddies out there, it's time to rise. Join the movement, no compromise. Keep your rock stars, we're classy, no charades. Payroll baddies, rain and fire, get paid. Payroll baddies, rain and fire, get paid. Yo, with baddies in the game. Payroll baddies, rain and fire. But we baddies in the game, bringing more to the loop. Baddies bring the clarity, got clarity in sight. Bringing payroll tech, making it right. Spreading the word, from S4 to the cloud. Baddies got the vision, making payroll proud. SAP Payroll is king, we're wearing the crown. Those companies starting with P, y'all know the name. Trying to keep up, but it's not the same. Tech on lock, we automating the flow. No more headaches, we let that payroll glow. Innovating daily, got the future on deck. Payroll baddies, running it, showing respect. So all the payroll baddies, you know who you are. Join the cause, let's take it far. All you baddies out there, it's time to rise. Join the movement, no compromise. Keep your rock stars, we're classy, no charades. Payroll baddies, rain and fire, get paid. Payroll baddies, rain and fire, get paid. Payroll baddies, rain and fire, get paid. Well, the baddies, rain and fire, get paid. Yep. Yeah. Payroll, baddies, rain and fire, get paid. Yeah. Payroll baddies, rain and fire, get paid. Yeah. With the baddies, rain and fire, get paid. Payroll baddies, rain and fire, get paid. Payroll, pay. Okay. Baddies, rain and fire, paid.